Dragon Ball Daima is officially ending in just a few hours, or it may have even already ended as of this video coming out, which will leave us with the DBZ Kakarot DLC for Daima and the Sparking Zero character pack. Knowing that these DLCs are just right around the corner pretty much since Daima has officially ended or ending has made me come to wonder what other characters I would like to see in Sparking Zero. So in this video I'm gonna choose one or two characters from each series and say who I would like to see. So of course that goes from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z / Dragon Ball Z Kai, Super, GT, and of course Daima. For Daima, it is very likely that a lot of the characters in that show will be in Sparking Zero because of how big that they said the pack will actually be for the DLC. So let's stop the yap. I haven't been here in about a month. Let's get to it. So starting off with the humble, silly, goofy beginnings of the original Dragon Ball, I do have two characters that I have chosen from this. Quick disclaimer, I have not watched all of the original Dragon Ball. I grew up on DBZ, not DB, so I'm currently halfway through watching the original. So one of the characters I would like to see is Android A. Android A is the character that taught Goku not to kill, as it makes him no better than the android that killed or the Red Ribbon Army. Whatever, I just think it would be really cool to have Android 8 in Sparking Zero, especially because we have like over 10 androids if you include all of the cells, the gammas, 2 of the Android 17s, and I just love how they interact with each other in Sparking Zero, so I feel like Android 8 would be a really good way to give some more variety into the androids in Sparking Zero, and also the dialogues that they could come up with is really high in potential. Android 17 and 18 are killers. They are monster android killers. But with Android 8, his personality is completely different. And I also like to see how he interacts with Android 16. So that is one of my characters from Dragon Ball that I do wish to see in Sparking Zero at some time. For my second character, this is more of a gag character or goofy character that would be like Hercule or maybe Master Roshi, and that is Monster Carrot. I feel like Monster Carrot's moveset could be just really creative in how it could be done. The cutscenes, the interactions would be really good. Monster Carrot seeing maybe Ultra Instinct Goku would be pretty cool, I think. Even getting some interactions with the Kid Goku. He could interact with Daima Goku, GT Goku. There is so many possibilities with these old characters that you can do with the new characters. It is ridiculous if they don't do it. I understand that Android 8 and Monster Carrot might be a very far stretch into being added to Sparking Zero, but right now, that's who came to mind. Those are the characters that I want from the original Dragon Ball in Sparking Zero. And of course, Tao Pai Pai, I think his name is. I'd also like to see him for obvious reasons. Moving on to Dragon Ball Z, this is a really hard one because most of the characters are in Sparking Zero. So I'm going to group this character with the rest of the characters that are in his scenes, and that is Pikkon. Pikkon is, without a doubt, a massive fan favourite. He recently got added to Xenoverse 2. Okay, it might not have been that recently. Time is moving really fast, and I do not like it. So with Pikkon, I'm including all of the other world fighters, other world fighters that appeared with him. Pikkon seeing DBS Goku GT again, all of that would be really great for interactions. Of course, with this, I would hope for an otherworld stage where they had their tournament and battled it out. Pikkon in general is just a really cool character, and his moves are just really unique in a way that many other characters in this franchise would not be able to pull off. Now Z is again a really hard one to come up with characters, so for this it is in Z, so technically I would like to see Bardock's Saiyan Squadron or Saiyan Crew. Their names are completely slipping from my mind, but you don't even have to add all of them. You could use someone such as Fasha and have the other characters show up in her ultimate or special attack. Again, the interactions are really good, and there can be so many possibilities of what it can do. If this turns out to be a pack of some sort, I would also like to see Chilled, Frieza's ancestor, come into that pack back. I think Chilled is a character that has not been explored enough. I get that the film is not canon, but there is potential there. Again, DBZ is really hard, but I do want to say some honorable mentions really quick, and that would be transformations such as False SSJ Goku, Super Kaioken, Super Saiyan Bardock, and so on. DBZ Kai is just DBZ, there's like no difference. Dragon Ball Super, as of recording this, is still ongoing with the manga, but the anime has not aired for around 7 years now. I will try my hardest not to include any manga characters such as Moro and Granola, so without further ado, let's get into it. A character I would like to see, which is really rare for me to see because I don't even like the character all that much, but it would be Champa, Beerus's brother. I think it is kind of wild that Champa isn't in Sparking Zero, yet his voice actor is still there doing the Champa voices for the World Tournament mode. I think it is really weird, and Xenoverse 2 did not do Champa any justice in playing the character in any way. And again, Champa is a god of destruction, as well as all of the other gods from that series of DBS, such as Universe 11, 8, 4, whatever. I would like to see all the gods, but for this video, Champa is the main one I want to see the most. Now this one is such a far stretch, but I would like to see it, and that is Copy Vegeta. Now I forget his name, but you wouldn't have to start off as Copy Vegeta. I think you should be able to start off as the guy's original state, and then be able to copy any character that the opponent is using, and you will use that character, but with a purple aura maybe, or hopefully a purple coat-like cover, where he's like covered in purple slime or whatever. I think that would be really cool, and again, lots of potential there with interactions. Again, that character is even more of a stretch than probably Monster Carrot, Tao Pai Pai if that's his name, and Android 8, just for the simple fact of my idea is gonna have to have so much work put into it. It is insane. Honorable mentions are just more universe fighters from the Tournament of Power, more Gods of Destruction such as Belmod, that's literally the only one that I can remember, and of course Vardos and the other angels. But yeah, again, DBZ and DBS really hard to choose from because there's so many characters that you can choose, but that at the same time there is so little. Of course, Dragon Ball GT, I haven't actually watched GT myself. I'm going to start as soon as Daima ends officially, and also once I finish original DB. So for GT, I again don't really know all that much. If my voice sounds different, it's because I'm like 4 hours into the future now. Well, looking at the time, probably even more. So my first pick is GT Vegeta. I think it's ridiculous that he only has his 4th transformation in the game without a base or first or second. It baffles me. Like, you can tell it was a last minute addition. So I think having a base SSJ 1 and 2 Vegeta from GT added to the game is like, it's needed. Okay, it's needed. Again, we have so many different versions of characters in Sparking Zero that the interactions that they can have with each other are just endless, and there's so much potential for this character to be good. Xenoverse 2 added this character. I'm going to say recently again, but I know for a fact it was not recently. And they did it really well, but I know Sparking Zero could do it better. So everybody and their nan can probably guess which GT character I want, or anyone wants next. And that is Android 17 / Super 17. I'm putting these together because we have 2 different 17s already, the Killer Android and the Super version. So we can definitely get GT and Super 17 released together. I think that makes sense. I'm a strong believer that although realistically nobody would play as Super 17, he should have been a base game along with the other GT characters that should have been added but weren't, such as GT Trunk, GT Goten, and Gohan. Like, those are my honorable mentions, just clearing that up now. I think we could get a pretty good Planet Tuffle stage as well, and depending on how the game goes with its stages, it could mix well with the other planets that we could possibly see. So again, a lot of GT is already in the game, but there is just a few things that could be added that I personally want to see added. Listen, I don't care Like, I don't care what you say. This is animated, so it's going in. Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Alright, promotional, not canon, but there are two characters that I think need to be added. Some of you might say the Xeno versions of Vegeta and Goku. Some might say Few from Xenoverse 2. Now, I'm here to bring the heat. I'm here to bring nothing but facts. Alright, they should add, I forgot his name, hold on. Hearts. Alright, they should add Hearts. This guy, there is no way this guy wouldn't be a high DP. This guy should be like max DP that you can have. So I think that's 10 or 9. The costume potential is there. The interaction potential, the ultimate, the design, everything's there. He has the transformations to do it as well. There is no way that they cannot do heroes without heart. So for the other character of SDBH, I think I want to see is a Cucumber. So I want to see Cumber added to the game. Now there's different ways they can do this. They can do like his rage first introduction, then he'd just be like a Broly clone, or they could go the more normal Cumber route where he is sane. And dude, the transformations are here again, like the Golden Great Ape, the Super Saiyan 3 I think it was, or Super Saiyan 1. His hair's really long so you can't really tell. Having an ultimate attack with his evil aura manipulation would be so cool just to use, even if it doesn't do anything. Interactions, there isn't much, but this character needs representation. This character needs to be added. It's necessary, okay? It's needed. It has to be. And with that brings us to the most recent entry of the franchise. Very mixed opinions on it from all around the world. Personally, I think that this is an amazing entry. That is Daima, of course. So we know officially already that there is going to be multiple Daima packs for Sparking Zero. So these 2 picks are hopefully not going to be in the actual DLC already that's planned. So I generally want these characters. So things like Mini, Vegeta, Glorio, the Tamagamis, they're going to be in, right? But I want, okay, you've got to listen to this, a baddie. Makes me act up, you know. That is Arin Su. Bro, Android 21, she's gone. Moved to the sidelines. Gone. Erased. This is the new baddie. Imagine you pull off an ultimate attack with Arin Su, and you have Majin Ku and Do just pull up in the ultimate attack. Again, I don't really know what they could do since she doesn't fight a lot or at all. But if they can make people like Yajirobe a character, they can do anything. And again, it would be really cool to see more of the magic side come into attacks and combos than just regular ki. Which leads me on to my second character, which is the younger brother, Degensu. Let me set up again. Degasu. There we go. Degasu. Now we have actually seen him fight a little bit, not much, like 5 seconds. But again, with the magic, I think there's big potential of what can be done with this character. And the design is just fire. Interactions, I think, with other characters, maybe Adult Gohan from the Buu saga would be really cool to see. And Future Trunks, because he met Supreme Kai as well. So again, the interactions are there. The character looks cool. He has fought a little bit and he has the evil magic. And just playing as a Supreme Kai, or not a Supreme Kai, a Gland would be really cool. And I don't know, I really like these characters. I think for the stages, I'm just going to say it because of the last one, we should have all 3 of the Demon Worlds come in, that being 3rd, 2nd and 1st, added into the pack. And then my honorable mention will be the Supreme Kai himself, Mini or regular Nahare, because I think if you're going to add the sister and the brother, you gotta add the original. And then also the rip-off Ginyu Force. You gotta add them. That'd be some cool interactions with that one. Again, as of making this, Daima hasn't officially ended just yet, but there's a good chance that it would have finished by now as this comes out. The DBZ Kakarot Daima DLC, while recording this, because again it took me more than 5 hours, somehow has dropped. So in the beginning and now there will be the trailer gameplay on the screen. And yeah, I'll try to get more consistent. Daima was peak, okay, I don't care what anyone says. Like and subscribe, check the socials, you know. Arin Su's a baddie. Goodbye.